Okay, if everybody's ready, have the cameras on, please. Elizabeth, Oliver, Nicole, Carlos, Dariek. Okay, only 14 people here. Come on, Nicole, let's have the camera on, please. Okay, two cameras still not on yet. Okay, right. So the exams in the university are now finished. Have you all passed your classes? Yes? No? Okay, a few people nodding their heads. Okay, right. Okay, that's wonderful. Right. Nobody had any problems? Did you have to do any supletorios? No? No, not this time. That's good. Okay, so now you are free from the university except English, right? Which means you have more time to dedicate to this class. So we can now start emphasizing. Okay, remember, this class has 8 weeks total. After 4 weeks, we have to have 50% of Alticia finished. Today is week 3. That means that technically in the next few days, this week, you need to reach 50% in Alticia. That's very important. Hay un primer corte. Okay, they check the grades and then there's a second grade at the end. Okay, so you need this week to get to 50% on Alticia, 50% finished on Alticia. That is the objective, the most important thing for this week. If you don't get to 50%, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. Okay, so the instructions are very clear. This week, Alticia is an absolute priority. The platform can wait if necessary, but Alticia cannot wait. This week, 50% in Alticia. Okay, let's take a look at the attendance. Let me just put my eyes on a moment. Okay, Carlos, Mr. Alban.
I am here.
Hey, so how was your week?
Fine.
Good. Okay. You're
Very
happy that
stressed.
you don't have classes anymore?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes life more relaxing. Good. Maria Belén. Maria Belén. No Maria Belén yet. Okay. Santiago.
Present, mister.
Hi, Santiago. How's life?
I'm good.
Perfect. Okay, very good. Jairo,
Present, mister.
hi, how are you today?
Fine.
Perfect. That's very good. Valeria.
Present, Mr.
Hi, Valeria. How's life?
Good.
You don't look very happy.
Sorry, today I have a long day in my job.
Ah, okay, that's why. That's a good reason. I thought it was me. I thought it was me. Okay. Next, we have Leonardo.
Present.
Hi, Leonardo. How's life?
Hi. Fine.
Good, wonderful. Okay, Jessica.
Present, teacher.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm tired.
Tired. And it's only Thursday. We still have one more day of the week to go. Okay, Cielo.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
Good. Okay, that's wonderful. Rosa Garcia is not here yet. Okay. Oliver Guerrero. Oliver.
Present.
Hi, Oliver. How's life?
I'm sick.
Oh, really? What's the problem?
Yeah.
What are the symptoms?
Yesterday, no, estamos jueves.
Yes.
Tuesday, I went to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He tell me I have a strong, un
Headache.
dolor de cabeza fuerte.
Okay, strong headache.
Ajá, y estaba hablando en fiebre. Y me mandó reposo porque me quería dar como una migraña. Decía que los
Okay.
hombres eso no es normal.
No.
Y que me mandó a poner una inyección en la vena y yo que no soy fanático a eso, estuve ahí sufriendo y ahorita ando con medicamento y todo. Pero
Okay.
de materias pasé todas las materias, eso es lo bueno.
Perfect. Okay, but you're feeling a bit better now, I guess.
Sí, un poco mejor, pero
A
igual
bit
tengo que
better.
estar.
Okay, so you'll survive. That's the important thing.
Sí.
Okay, Dariek.
Present.
Hi, Dariek. How's life?
Yeah, fine.
Fine? Okay, good. So enthusiastic. Andrea.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Calm down, but I'm hungry right now.
Okay, I know. It's something about this class that makes me hungry. Where's
Yeah.
your assistant? No assistant today? Nobody helping you?
There's painting.
Ah, he's painting. Okay, shh. Let's leave him painting. Okay. Jasid. Jasid is not here yet. Okay. Elizabeth.
Hi, teacher. Present.
Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
Very good.
Perfect. Okay. Egle. Egle is not here yet. Okay. Nicole.
Present, mister.
Hi, Nicole. How's life?
Hi. I'm fine.
Perfect. Okay, that's very good. Jocelyn.
Present, teacher.
Hi, how's life, Jocelyn?
Good.
Ah, that's wonderful. Right. Always have to be
Good week.
positive. Good. Ginny.
I am here.
Hi, Ginny. How's life?
Very good.
Very good. Okay, I like that. And Maria Alexandra.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
Very good.
Very good. Okay, I like the positive attitude. Okay, today we start week three, that's better, week three of the class, week three of the class. So we had week 1 and week 2. What did we learn? What did we see? What topics did we do in weeks 1 and 2? Can you remember?
Possessive adjective, pronouns.
First conditional.
Okay, yes, first conditional, okay. First conditional, we had the possessive pronouns,
Gerunds.
the gerunds, right? Gerunds and
Infinity.
infinitives. Okay, what else?
Must.
Right, must, have to, don't have
Should.
to, right? Those modal
Should.
auxiliaries, the modal auxiliaries. What else? The ad
Short.
should. Yes, we looked at should.
Adverbs.
Adverbs of manner. Manner.
Adverbs of manner.
Exactly. Exactly. Adverbs of manner. So we've only had 2 weeks of class, but we've already done a lot of topics. So obviously on the platform, all of the exercises for Unit 7 and all of the exercises for Unit 8 are already available. I've not activated Unit 9 yet. We're going to start with Unit 9 today, and I'll activate the activities on the platform for Unit 9 tomorrow. So don't worry if you cannot see Unit 9 on the platform yet. As always, we have a variety of topics for this week. This week, we're going to be looking at another conditional. Last week, we looked at the first conditional. This week, we're going to look at the second conditional. Who remembers what the first conditional was? What was the formula for the first conditional?
If, comma, and will.
What were the verb tenses?
Future,
It was if with the,
comma.
which verb tense?
Simple present.
If with the present, right? If with the simple present, comma, and then in the result clause,
Future.
right, will with the base form.
Will or
Exactly.
want.
Exactly, right. So if I go shopping, I'll spend a lot of money. If I visit my friends, we'll talk about the latest news. If I read the newspaper, I will know what is happening in the world. So the first conditional is all about expressing realities. But the conditionals are always the same. You have the if clause, the result clause. If clause, comma, result clause, or result clause, if clause with no comma. What changes is the verb tenses that we use in each part of the conditional. So this week we're starting with the second conditional, and the second conditional is if plus the simple past. If plus the simple past, comma, and in the result clause we use would plus the base form. So it's if plus the simple past, comma, would plus the base form. And this is to express something which is not real. It's not true. It's hypothetical. It is imaginary. So for example, I could say, if I won the lottery, I would buy a new car. If I won the lottery, I would buy a new car. This is not real. I don't play the lottery. I don't have a lottery ticket. The whole situation is in my imagination. This is not real. But if it was real, I would buy a new car. If I won the lottery, I would buy a new car. We could say, if I failed my classes, my parents would be angry. If I failed my classes, my parents would be angry. But of course, I'm a good student. I never fail my classes, so that's not a real situation in my life. So the structure is the same. If plus simple past, comma, would plus base form. Let's start today, as always, by watching a video about this topic, because there are a couple of details that we really need to understand. And as always, if you have any questions, ask me at the end of the video, please. Let me share the screen. Okay, can everybody see the screen I'm sharing?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, let's watch. It's not very long. It's only about 5 minutes. Wait, we're at the end of the video. Let me try that again. Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the video.
Would you recommend eating that? How can you give advice about not eating that? Do you say, if I were you, I wouldn't eat that? Or, if I was you, I wouldn't eat that? Which is correct? Of course, if I were you, I wouldn't eat that. That is correct. But why? At school or in grammar books, you are normally taught the following rule. I was, he was, she was, it was, and we were, you were, they were. This is correct when we're talking about the simple past tense, which is used when we talk about something that started and finished in the past. But why do we use if I were and not if I was? The reason is because the sentence is in the subjunctive mood, which is used to talk about hypothetical situations. This is a condition that is contrary to fact or reality. So if I say, if I were you, I wouldn't eat that, the fact is, I am not you. Contrary to reality, I am not you. I'm talking about the hypothetical situation of me being in your position. If I were you is mainly used when giving advice about what you imagine you would do in the same position or situation of the other person. If I were you, I wouldn't eat that. That is my advice. Look at some more examples. If I were you, I would study more. This is my advice for you. And you've come to the right place. Notice how a comma is necessary after the first part of if I were you. The next example, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. Notice how would in the second part can also be in its negative form, wouldn't. You can also change the order of the sentence by starting with I would or I wouldn't, plus the verb, and then the last part of if I were you. I would go to the doctor if I were you. Notice how with this order we do not use a comma. I wouldn't go there if I were you. Notice how we can also start with the negative wouldn't. Can if I was ever be correct? Yes, though the sentence is not in the subjunctive mode, but the indicative instead. Let's compare. If I was sick, she would give me medicine that tasted terrible. This sentence is in the indicative mode. Indicative means it states facts or asks questions. In this case, if can be replaced by whenever. If I was sick or whenever I was sick. If I were sick, I wouldn't be here right now. This sentence is in the subjunctive mode. Subjunctive means it is hypothetical or not real. I'm not sick, but I'm imagining this hypothetical situation. If I were you, I would subscribe to the Woodward English YouTube channel right now. Once you have done that, give us an example of if I...
Right, let's stop the video there. Okay, so as I was saying, it's exactly the same as what we saw last week. We have the if clause, this time using the simple past tense of the verb, and we have the result clause using would plus the base form. What is unusual about the second conditional is the verb to be. Normally we say I was in the verb to be, but with the conditional we say I were. If I were you, if I were rich, if I were in Paris, if I were president of the country. We use I were because we're expressing something that is not possible or is very difficult. We only use I was if I was when we're talking about something that is much more realistic, much more probable. Okay, so if something is difficult or impossible, we use if I were, and if it's possible, probable, then we say if I was. If you don't know which one is best, I recommend using always if I were. If I were is always correct. If I was is only correct sometimes. So if you don't know the difference, use if I were. The rest of the verb to be is normal. That's not a problem. It's only with the pronoun I that we have this problem. So we say if you were, if they were, as normal, and there's no problem there. Okay, right. Let's take a look at some exercises. Just a moment. Let me open some links. Just give me a second. Okay, let me share the screen again. 2, 3, 4. Okay, right, you should be able to see the screen. Okay, we've done exercises from Word Wall before, so you should know what to do. Shouldn't be difficult. We're going to have a series of multiple choice questions. Let's take a look. So we know that the second conditional is if plus simple past and would plus the base form in the result clause. So what do we need here? A or B?
A.
A, of course, right? If
A.
plus the simple past, A is the simple past. If I had a car, I wouldn't walk to work every day. That means I don't have a car, so I do walk to work every day. Number 2. A or B?
B. A.
Exactly.
B.
This is the result clause, so we need would plus the base form. If I won the lottery, I would buy a Ferrari. It means I don't play the lottery, so I'm not going to buy a Ferrari. This is just a dream. Number 3. A or B?
A.
A.
Right, of course.
A.
If
A.
I were you, it's impossible for me to be you. So we use were. If I were you, I would go to the doctor immediately. A or B?
B.
B.
A.
Remember, it's if plus which tense?
Past.
The past. Okay, so which verb is in the past?
Found. A.
A.
Found, letter A, exactly. What would you do if you found a wallet in the street? Number 5. A or B?
B. A.
A.
Arriba, sí, párate ahí, vete con esa blanca, porque no puedes ver con una.
Okay, I think we have a little bit of
A.
extra sounds from somebody. I don't know who that is. Okay, I wouldn't forgive Sophie if I were you. I wouldn't forgive Sophie. It's would plus the base form of the verb. Remember, won't is will. That's what we looked at with the first conditional. Number 6.
A.
Do you all agree?
A.
B.
No, it's A. Remember, the second conditional is would. The first conditional, what we did last week, was with will. But this week it's the second conditional. Simple past in the if clause, would plus base form in the result clause. Make sure you have those formulas really clear. Number 7.
B. B.
If I were you, I would tell Kevin the truth. This is really easy. You just follow the formula. You can't get this wrong. Okay, 3 options. A, B, or C?
B. B. B.
It's B, right? B is in the past tense. We don't need the auxiliary. The only reason to use the auxiliary is when something is, for example, a question, or if it is a negative. This is actually not a question. The question mark there is actually wrong. What would you do if you saw a snake? It's not necessary there. Okay, if I
B.
B.
had time. Good. Number 10.
B.
C. C.
Would buy. Letter C. Good. Number 11.
A.
A.
What would you do? Perfect. Number 12.
A.
A.
It's A, right. Good. The simple past. Number 13, the penultimate question.
B.
B. Exactly. Met. What would you do if you met the president? I'd say hello. Okay, the last one, number 14.
B.
Right. What would you do if you got a motorcycle, a motorbike for your birthday? Perfect. Okay, let's move on to another exercise. Exactly the same idea. A, B, or C?
A.
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 What would you do if you didn't have to work? Oof, I'd go to the beach. Number 2.
B.
C.
B. It is B.
B.
I would. This is the contraction. I'd, but it means I would. C, of course, would be for the first conditional. Number 3.
C. C.
C.
B. Okay, it's C. If I weren't. Remember, it's always the past tense in the if clause for the second conditional. Number 4.
B.
B.
It is B if we had.
B.
Good. Number 5.
C.
It is. We ate, right? Letter C.
C.
The word ated doesn't exist. There's not letter B. Number 6.
A.
No, C.
C.
B.
It is C. C. Remember, we can move the two clauses of this. So we have the if clause here, if we let them. So there's our past tense verb. So the space here corresponds to the result clause. With the result clause, we need would plus the base form. So letter C is the correct option. Number 7.
B.
You all agree?
A. B. Oh, no.
A.
No.
It's A or
don't know.
B, but which one is it?
B.
Right, there's no reason for a negative here.
B.
It's not necessary. Letter B, I think, is great. Number 8.
B.
Correct. Would. Number 9.
A. A.
A.
Number 10.
C. B. C. C.
C
C.
is the past tense,
C.
right? If I had. Number 11.
A.
A. A.
A.
Right. What would you do if you found a lot of money in the streets? Number 12.
B.
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 It is B. Okay. This one is very interesting because they're not using would, they're using could. So it's an alternative to would. Would or could. What I would do, or the possibility, what I could do. It's exactly the same, but that gives us an interesting alternative to this form. And the last one, number 13.
A. A.
Definitely A, because it's impossible for me to be you. Excellent. Okay, let's take a look at some exercises. Okay, so again, multiple choice, nice and simple. Number 1.
Had. Had.
Right, the simple past. If I had more money. Number 2.
Phone.
Phone.
Found.
Found.
Right, we just had that sentence in the game. Number 3.
A.
Have.
A.
8. Right, that's the simple past. Number 4.
Had.
Calle.
Called, this one?
Will call.
The third one.
Would
Call.
call, right, the third one, exactly. This is the contraction, apostrophe D, it means would call. Number 5.
Live.
Live.
Lived, right, in the past tense there. Number 6.
Pay.
Will play. Would pay.
Will pay.
The second one.
Es il
This is a
pay.
trick question.
Will
pay.
pay.
Will pay.
Will pay,
pay.
right, why?
Lend is in the past.
Lend here is in the present. So what conditional do we have in this sentence?
First conditional.
Right, this one is actually first conditional, so we're using will for this one. Okay, so it's not just mechanically giving the answers. We have to understand. That's a trick question. Okay, number 7.
Would always cycle.
Will
Would
always.
always cycle. Perfect. Number 8.
Allowed.
Loud.
Allowed, exactly, perfect. Number 9,
Were,
Were.
were, of
Were.
course. And number 10,
drove,
Drove.
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 Okay, let's check those answers. Perfect. Everything there is correct. Okay, let's move on to part 2. Okay, number 1, A, B, or C?
would be,
Number 2,
A.
A.
lived, lived,
right? Here
C.
we have I would. So this part
C.
here is the result clause, so we need the simple past. So it's
Yeah.
letter C. Number 3,
be,
B.
right?
B.
If clause with had, good. Number 4,
B, be,
letter B. Number 5,
A,
right? That's that variation with could. That's fine. Number 6,
A, B, B,
okay, is it A or B?
B,
Let's go with
B.
letter B. Okay, number 7,
A,
letter A. Okay, number 8,
where,
that's letter
A,
A. Perfect. Number 9,
B, C,
C.
D.
right? You would be rich. And number 10,
C.
B,
B.
B, will inform,
B.
why?
because we have, there are,
Right, it's present, so this is actually the first conditional. Okay, that's correct. Let's hope this, yes, perfect, no problem there. Okay, finally part 3. Okay, number 1, what's the correct form of the answer?
would, no,
Would know, exactly, we should check the instructions. Okay, number 2,
Wasn't.
Weren't a job.
Weren't enjoy.
I
ouch.
didn't not enjoy my job.
Wait, didn't not? Didn't not?
No, didn't enjoy, sorry.
Okay, that's better, that's better, okay. Didn't, whoops, get the right thing here. Didn't enjoy, okay, number 3.
Speak.
Speak.
Speak is present.
Spoke,
Spoke.
Right, if you spoke. And the second space?
You will
Would.
Would get, okay, number 4. Whoops.
knows, no, no, knew, knew,
Knew. Right, if he knew the truth, he
you will
would kill you. Number 5.
Where?
Were, exactly. If you were rich. Number 6.
Didn't have.
Didn't.
Didn't.
Oops. Have. Didn't have. Number 7.
I wouldn't have.
Right. I wouldn't or I would not have a cat if I
Didn't like.
didn't like animals. Number 8. Anybody?
Learn.
Learn.
Learned. Okay, learned. There are 2 ways to write the past tense of learned. It's an unusual verb. We can use this form with ed, or learnt also exists. But we're going to use the ed form for today. If I learned Japanese,
I
I
would try.
I would try.
would try to find a job in Japan. Number 9.
What?
He was.
Was or were? What do you think is better?
Were.
Okay, let's go with were.
Were.
If he were a nice person, he
Wouldn't
Didn't.
treat.
wouldn't
Treat.
treat people so badly. And finally, number 10.
Wouldn't go.
Wouldn't or would not go to that hotel if I
Were. Were.
were you. Perfect. Okay, let's check the answers. Let's hope everything's correct. Perfect. 10 out of 10, 100%. So no problems there. Okay. This particular website, by the way, also has all of the instructions here, all of the explanation, as well as there are some downloads and some exercises. So I'm going to send you the link for this particular website, just in case this is difficult for you, just in case you want a little bit of extra practice or another explanation. Okay, this particular website is very good for that. Okay, so that's in the chat here on Zoom. Okay, one more exercise for you to do. Okay, so we have all of these sentences. Number 1 is an example. A bit smaller, there we go. Okay, so I want you to take a moment and I want you to write the correct answers, please. Shh. Take a moment to do this. Okay, should be almost finished. Okay, are we ready? Does the silence mean yes? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. Number one, of course, is an example. If we had a yacht, we would sail. So remember, in the if clause, we always have the simple past, and in the result clause, we always have would plus the base form. That's the formula. So let's see. Jessica, can you give me the answer to number two, please?
If he had more
If he
time,
had more time.
he would learn.
Perfect. Thank you very much. If he had more time, he would learn karate. Thank you. Santiago, number three.
If they told their father, he would be very angry.
Perfect. If they told their father, he would be very angry. Number 4, Ginny.
Would she will spend a year in the USA is if were easier to get a great car.
Right, in the USA, right? She would spend a year in the USA if it were easier to get a green card. Number 5, Leonardo.
If I live on a lonely island, I would run around naked all day.
Okay, right, a strange sentence there. If I lived on a lonely island, we don't pronounce the S, island, I would run around naked all day. Strange things we see on internet. Number 6, Valeria, please.
We will help if we will help you if we knew how.
Perfect. We would help you if we knew how. Number 7, Oliver, please.
My brother buy a sport car if he had
Wait, my brother?
buy
My brother
it,
buy?
buy it.
This part here is the if clause. This is the if clause. Remember, in the if clause, we have the simple past. So the simple past is here in the second space, which means that this part here is the result clause. So here, what do we need?
My brother buy it. Es que no he hecho esa
Alguien
parte
no,
del
alguien
ejercicio.
no está prestando atención hoy
Ha hecho esa
día.
parte del ejercicio.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Elizabeth, can you help him?
My brother will with
My
a
brother
sport car if
would
my
buy.
brother go buy a sport car if he
Past of have? Had, exactly right. My brother would buy. Would plus the base form, because this is the result clause. And here we have the simple past, because this is the if clause. Is that clear, Oliver?
Yes.
Perfect. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Number 8. Let's see. Jairo, please. Number 8.
If I am feel bitter, I will go to ten cinema with you.
Perfect. Right. If I felt better, I would go to the cinema with you. Number 9, Carlos.
If you would go,
Think about it. Think about it.
Went.
No le soplas la respuesta.
no idea, bro.
Come on, come on. This is the if clause. In the if clause, what verb tense do we use? Alguien no está prestando atención. Okay, let's see. Cielo, can you help with this, please?
Yes. If you went, simple past,
Good.
by more often, you wouldn't be.
Right, you
So-
wouldn't or you would not be so flabby, tan gordito. Okay, and finally, number 10. Let's go with Nicole, please.
She didn't talk. Oh, she wouldn't talk.
Whoops, let's get that right.
Yeah, if she weren't.
She wouldn't talk to you if she weren't so mad at you. So it's negative, negative. Are you sure?
Were.
Exactly. That one's not negative. She wouldn't talk to you if she were mad at you. Let's just quickly check our answers. Fingers crossed, everything's okay. Everything is perfect, right? So those are the correct answers. Right, what I want you all to do now is very simple. I want you to translate all 10 sentences to Spanish. That should be nice and quick. Okay, you should be almost finished.
I can tell the first one.
Are you ready? Yep. Yep, sure, if you're ready. Okay, number one.
Okay. Number one is, si tuviéramos un yate, navegaríamos por los 7 mares.
Perfect, right? Si tuviéramos un yate, si tuviéramos. Although the simple past in English, had, might look like tuvo o tenía, in this case, it's hypothetical, so we say si tuviéramos. Si tuviéramos. That's very important. Perfect. Thank you, Oliver. Okay, let's see. Dariek, number 2, please.
Si tuviera más tiempo, aprendería karate.
Exactly. Si tuviera más tiempo, aprendería karate. Okay, excellent. Let's see. Maria Llagos, number 3.
Si le dijeran a sus padres, se enojaría mucho.
Perfect. No problem there. Number 4, Jocelyn.
Ella pasaría un año en los Estados Unidos si fuera más fácil obtener una tarjeta verde.
Una tarjeta verde. ¿Qué significa tarjeta verde?
Una tarjeta
La
de
visa.
residencia.
No en la residencia.
La
sí,
green
pero
card.
en la green card, sí, lo que te permite trabajar. Okay. Number 5. Number 5. Let's see. Andrea, please.
Si yo viviera en una isla desierta, correría desnudo todo el día.
Ojo, ya te tenemos grabado en video diciendo eso. Podemos crear memes terribles. Okay, number 6. Number 6. Jocelyn.
Y de nuevo, te ayudaríamos si supiéramos cómo.
Si supiéramos cómo. Exactly, right. Nicole, number 7.
Mi hermana compraría un carro deportivo si tuviera dinero.
Right. Mi hermano compraría un carro deportivo si tuviera el dinero, el billuso. Number 8. Jairo, please.
Si me sintiera mejor, iría al cine contigo.
Perfect. Okay. Number 9, Carlos.
Si fueras en bicicleta más a menudo, no estarías tan flabby, que es blando.
Gordito,
Sí.
gordito.
Ah,
Aguado
¿verdad?
de cuerpo, sí. Gordiflón, ese tipo de palabra. Number 10. Okay, number 10. Let's see who's not participated yet. Dariek.
Ella no te hablaría si estuviera enojada contigo.
Exactly. Ella no te hablaría si estuviera enojada contigo o contigo. Okay, right. This is easy, right? No problems? Any questions? No questions. Okay, perfect. This is what I want you to do. The last activity, let me stop sharing. Okay, I want you all to think of a question in the second conditional. Think of a question in the second conditional. And then in a moment, when you have your question, you're going to ask other people in the class your question, and they will give you an answer. So you're going to choose a person, you ask your question, and they answer. But I recommend write 3 questions, write 3, because if somebody repeats your question, you can't use it again. So if somebody asks the same thing, then you have a plan B and a plan C. So I would recommend write 3 questions in the second conditional. I'll give you a couple of minutes to prepare. Are we ready? Okay, any volunteers to go first? Okay, Oliver's putting his hand up. Okay, I guess that means he's ready. Okay, so Oliver, we'll start with you. This is what I want you to do. Choose a student in the class. You don't need to put your hands up, everybody. Don't worry. Oliver, choose a person.
No, Valeria Calle.
Valeria. Okay, Valeria, listen carefully. Oliver's going to ask you a question and you have to answer. Okay, so
Okay.
Oliver, go ahead.
Okay. If you had the time, would you help me to the class?
Can you repeat, please?
If you had the time, would you help me with the class?
Sorry, I don't understand the last part.
Okay. If you had the time, would you help me with the class?
Yes, if I had time, I could help you with the class.
Okay.
Ah, okay. You say thank you. Say thank you. She's offering to help. My goodness. Okay. Thank you very much, Oliver. Okay, Valeria, your turn. Choose a student in the class.
Ginny.
Ginny, okay. Ginny, pay attention. Ready? Ready, Ginny?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Valeria, ask your question.
Okay, what hobby or skill would you develop if you have more free time? If I a ver, if I have
Had.
at at hot more free time,
Okay. If you had more time, what skills would you develop?
I will sleep.
That's not a skill. That's not a skill. If, for example, if I had more time, I would learn to cook.
I will more study English.
Study English more. Okay, that's a good answer. Thank you, Ginny. Okay, right. Thank you, Valeria. Right, Ginny, choose a student in the class.
Cielo.
Okay, Cielo, are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, ask the question.
What will you do if you have a planet?
If I have what?
A plane.
A plane. Okay, what would you do if you had a plane? That's an interesting question.
I would travel around the world if I have a plane.
Okay, that's a nice idea. Okay, Cielo, choose a student, please.
Andrea.
Andrea, you ready?
Here. Yes.
Okay, ask the
Okay.
question.
What would you do if you have a tiger in front of you?
If you had.
If you have a tiger in front of you.
Probably I were or freeze.
I would freeze. Okay, that's actually a good reaction. Don't
Freeze.
run. Yes, don't run. If you run, then the tiger will chase you, and the tiger is very fast.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cielo. Okay, Andrea,
Okay.
choose a student.
Santiago.
Santiago. Ready? Ready, Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, Andrea, ask the question.
If you could choose between flying or reading thoughts, which would you choose?
Ooh,
Flying or reading thought?
excuse me, reading or playing?
If you could choose between flying or
Okay.
reading thoughts, which would you choose?
Mm, eh, if I can choose,
If I could choose.
if I could choose in fly or
Reading
learning
thoughts.
minds, I choose flying.
Good answer. Yes, I agree. If you know what people are thinking, we would have too much stress in our lives. Okay, Santiago, choose a student, please.
Leonardo.
Leonardo. Okay, Mr. Carrasco, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, right. Santiago, ask the question.
If you have more time,
Had.
if you had more time, would you practice a sport? What do you like in practice?
Okay, if you had more time, what sport would you practice?
If I have more time, I will practice a basketball.
Basketball. Okay, that's a good sport. Okay, Leonardo, choose a student.
Jairo.
Jairo. Okay, Jairo, are you ready?
Yes.
Why is your camera off? That's better. Okay, right. Let's hear the question, Leonardo.
What do you eat?
What would you eat?
What would you eat? What would you eat all day?
What would you eat if? Yeah.
All day if you have money.
Okay, what would you eat all day if you had money? If you were rich?
What you eat? Comida.
Yeah, ¿qué comerías si tuvieras billete?
Rice, beans, meat.
Really? Te haces
Yes.
millonario y te vas a comer el plato más típico. Puedes comer
Lo que me
salmón, sushi, tanta delicadeza, tanta cosa
risotto,
rica.
risotto.
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 Okay, that's a good one. Okay, that's better, right? No un arroz cualquiera, un arroz fino. Un arroz fino. There we go. Thank you, Jairo. Okay, choose a student.
Lisa.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm looking for. You said Elisa? There's no Elisa.
Elizabeth,
Ah,
yo tengo que
Elizabeth,
hacer la
that's better.
pregunta. Yo hago la pregunta, ¿verdad?
No. Okay,
Él me
Jairo
hace
will
mi-
ask you. Yes.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Okay, Jairo, your question?
Yes. What you happen is you left English for last.
What would happen if you left English until the end? For last.
Well, I will not graduate. Creo que se
You
dice.
would not
Graduate.
graduate, exactly. Yes, good. Thank you, Elizabeth.
And it will also.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Okay, choose a student, Elizabeth.
María Llagos.
Maria Llagos. Are you ready, Maria?
Present.
Yeah, you're ready, yes? Okay, Elizabeth, ask your question, please.
Which beach would you like to spend as a family takes carnival?
And where's the if?
Igual.
Wait. ¿Dónde está la palabra if? ¿Dónde está el conditional? Remember, we have to have the two clauses, the result clause and the if clause. So which beach would you visit with your family if
No le puse.
Ok, a ver, te damos un segundo para que corrijas la pregunta. Ok, Elizabeth. Por ejemplo, ¿a qué playa irías con tu familia para carnaval si tuvieras $1 million? ¿O a qué playa viajarías con tu familia si pudieras ir a cualquier playa del mundo?
Ya, entonces.
Okay, Maria,
em,
ready? Ready, Maria?
Yes.
Perfect.
What would you travel to if you go to any Plan Beach Carnival?
Okay, so where would you travel to if you could go to any beach for carnival?
I would like to go to Montagny to enjoy with my family and have a nice carnival.
Okay, so not Cancun, not Miami Beach. You want Montañita.
Montañita.
Okay, Montañita's fun. That's no problem. Okay, Maria, choose a student.
Que no sé quién falta.
A ver, okay. Carlos, Jessica, Dariek, Nicole, Jocelyn,
Jessica.
Jessica. Okay. Jessica, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, right. Maria, ask the question.
Yes. Where did you want to work after graduating?
Okay. Where do you want to work? Eso no es segundo conditional. Okay. Recuerda que aquí en la cláusula con if tenemos el pasado y en la cláusula del resultado tenemos would más la forma base del verbo. Y esto es para expresar cosas que no son reales, cosas imaginarias. ¿Qué harías si tuvieras $1 million? ¿Qué harías si fueras presidente de Ecuador? ¿Qué harías si pudieras elegir entre casarte con Brad Pitt o casarte con, qué sé yo, Rafael Correa? ¿Ok? Tiene que ser cosas así imposibles. Andrea's assistant has arrived. Hello.
Yes, teacher.
¿Terminaste de pintar? Estabas pintando, ¿verdad? ¿Y el resultado? ¿No vamos a ver la pintura?
Ya mismo lo muestro.
Ya, perfecto. Okay, Maria, whenever you're ready.
What would you do if they gave you $1,000,000?
Okay, what would you do if you won $1 million? Okay, what would you do if you won $1 million? Jessica?
Eh, construir, ¿cómo se dice construir?
Build.
Build a private clinical psychology clinic.
Private clinic. Okay, right. So if you won $1 million, you would build a private clinic. Okay, good answer. Jessica, choose a student.
¿Quién falta?
Carlos, Dariek. Who else is missing? Nicole, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Okay, Jocelyn, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Jessica, ask the question.
If you had the opportunity to learn a new language,
Mhm.
would you choose a widely spoken one or a less common one?
Ooh, very good question. If you could learn a new language, would you choose a widely spoken one or a less common one? So wide spoken languages are French, English, German, Spanish. Less common ones are things like Arabic or Russian or Korean or Portuguese. Me encanta el gato de Elizabeth. Mira el gato de Elizabeth.
If I had the opportunity, I would like less common one.
A less common one. Okay, for example?
Like French or Italian.
Oh, French or Italian. Okay, right. Okay, el gato de Elizabeth quiere ver el gato mío, creo. Se quieren hablar entre gatos. Okay, Jocelyn.
Quieren
Quieren
conocerse.
conocerse, sí. ¿Tu gato es macho o hembra?
Quiere aprender inglés más que
Pero es macho o hembra.
es macho.
El mío también. Así que para amistad por lo menos. Okay. Jocelyn, choose a student.
Carlos?
Okay, Carlos, ready?
Yes.
Okay, ask the question, please, Jocelyn.
Carlos, what would you do if you got lost in a big city?
What would you do if you got lost in a big city?
If I lost in a big city, I preferred to Roma.
No. If I got lost, si te perdieras en una ciudad grande, ¿qué harías? What would you do? If I got lost in a big city, I would look for a policeman. I would find somebody to help me. I would use my GPS, my telephone.
I will to try to look for someone who understand me.
Okay, I would look for somebody who understands me. Good, that's a good answer. Okay, Carlos, choose a student, please. Your options are Dariek or Nicole.
Nicole.
Okay, Nicole, are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, Carlos, ask your question.
If you had the chance to save any president, who would it be?
A chance to save any president.
Yes.
Okay.
Can
Nicole?
you repeat, please?
If you had the chance to save any president, who would it be?
Como que está a punto de morir algún presidente, hay que salvar a uno. ¿Cuál vamos a salvar?
Maybe Daniel Noboa.
Oh, okay. You'd save Danielito. That's a good answer. Okay, thank you very much, Nicole. You have to ask the question to Dariek. Dariek, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, right. Nicole, ask the question.
What would you take things if you went to a desert island?
Okay, what would you take with you if you went to a desert island?
Repeat the question for my internet loss.
Okay, Nicole, can you
Yes.
repeat the question?
Yes. What would you take things if you went to a desert island?
Entendí que si me lleva, ¿qué haría si me perdiera
No, no, no.
en el
Si
desierto?
fueras a una isla desierta, ¿qué llevarías contigo?
I am taking the resource, the water out.
A bottle of water. A bottle of that's a good idea. A bottle of water. Right, that's very important. I think I would take a book as well. A bottle of water and a book. Okay, Dariek, your question is for Oliver, who started. Oliver, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, okay, Dariek, your question, please.
New. If you could have any superpower, which one would you choose?
Good question.
Si me dieran a elegir un poder, ¿cuál elegiría?
Uh-huh. Any
Okay.
superpower.
Okay, easy. Control the time.
Ooh, that's a good one. So not flying, not invisibility,
No.
controlling time.
The
Yes,
time
that
is important.
ouch. Okay, that's a really good superpower. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. It's 7:55. So let's stop there for the moment. Let's take a break, 15 minutes. I'll see you at 8:10. Okay, see you in 15. Come on, everybody, it's time to get started. Oh, I think everybody's fallen asleep. Come on, cameras, please. Elizabeth, Daria, Carlos, Maria, Santiago, Valeria, Jessica, Andrea. Oh my goodness. Come on, Elizabeth. Come on, Santiago. Carlos, Andrea, Maria. Okay, Andrea, Maria, Elizabeth. Okay, thank you, Maria. Elizabeth, Andrea, are you there? Buen provecho, Santiago.
Thanks, Mister.
No problem. Okay. Come on, Elizabeth. Come on, Andrea. Let's get started. Somebody has left. I wonder who left. Let's just take a quick look at the list. Somebody disappeared. Okay, Carlos is here. Santiago is here. Jairo. Jairo, I think, is just, no, Jairo's here. Yes, there he is. Okay, Valeria, yes. Leonardo. Leonardo disappeared. Okay, Leonardo's gone missing. Elizabeth, Andrea. Remember, no cameras, no attendance. Elizabeth, Andrea, last chance.
Teacher, Elizabeth se le apagó la lata, ya la está volviendo a prender.
Ah, okay, okay. Thank you for telling me. Andrea, hello. What's happening, Andrea? I think she's gone to sleep. Okay, let's worry about that in a moment. Okay, we have our second topic for today, and our second topic is a verb tense called the present perfect. The present perfect is a very simple verb tense. We use the auxiliary have or has. Thank you, Andrea. We use the auxiliary have or has, and we use the past participle tense. And it's a very, very common verb tense in English. Let's start by watching the video. So I'm going to share the screen. The video is about 10 minutes long. It's quite a long video. So again, as always, let's watch the video. And if you have any questions, you can ask me at the end. Can you all see the screen that I'm sharing? Okay, perfect.
Present perfect tense in English. I have finished the report. This is a sentence in the present perfect tense. We know it is the present perfect tense because it has the auxiliary verb have or has, followed by a past participle. Look at the structure for affirmative sentences in the present perfect tense. The word order is subject, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, plus have or has, plus the past participle. The past participle can be regular or irregular. Let's have a look at the present perfect tense with regular past participles. Regular past participles end in ed. Some example sentences. I have finished the report. We have opened all of the windows. She has lived in Germany for 10 years. He has called his mother twice today. Notice how the past participle of these regular verbs is the same as the past simple tense form. But some past participles are irregular. For example, I have been very busy this week. Been is the past participle of to be. We have done our homework. Done is the irregular past participle of to do. She has spoken to a large audience many times. Spoken is the past participle of to speak. Rob Woodward has taught English since 1997. That's a long time. Taught is the past participle of to teach. Notice how the past participle of these irregular verbs is different from their past tense form. Here is a list of common irregular past participles. You can find it on our website, woodwardenglish.com. Also, I recommend watching our lesson about 101 irregular past participles with example sentences in English. The link is in the description. Contractions, affirmative sentences. In spoken English, we almost always use contractions with the present perfect tense. We contract the subject and the auxiliary have or has. For example, I have. We contract the subject, I, with the auxiliary, have, which becomes I've. And then you can add the past participle. Here is the list of contractions. I have becomes I've. You have you've. He has he's. She has she's. It has its. We have we've. They have they've. Let's look at these example sentences. Can you change these present perfect sentences to contain a contraction? Try now. Click pause if you need more time. I have finished the report becomes I've finished the report. We have done our homework becomes we've done our homework. She has lived in Italy for 6 years becomes she's lived in Italy for 6 years. John has been here before becomes John's been here before. Now, let's look at how to make negative sentences in the present perfect tense. Look at this affirmative sentence. I have finished the report. There is the auxiliary, have, and the past participle, finished. How can we make this negative? To create a negative sentence in the present perfect tense, we just add not between the auxiliary, have or has, and the past participle. I have finished the report becomes I have not finished the report. This is a negative sentence. However, it is much more common to use a contraction in negative sentences. You will normally hear, I haven't finished the report. Look at this affirmative sentence. She has seen the movie. How can we make this negative? We just add not between the auxiliary have or has and the past participle. She has seen the movie becomes she has not seen the movie. However, it is much more common to use a contraction in negative sentences. You will normally hear, she hasn't seen the movie. Here is the summary chart to make negative sentences in the present perfect tense. We have the subject plus auxiliary, haven't or hasn't, plus the past participle. Let's look at some examples of negative sentences. I haven't cleaned the kitchen today. We haven't finished our meal yet. It hasn't rained this week. He hasn't seen the movie. Present perfect tense questions. Look at this affirmative sentence. They have studied for the test. It has the subject, they, the auxiliary have, and the past participle, studied. How can we change this into a question? To make a question in the present perfect tense, we change the order of the subject with have or has. They have studied for the test becomes have they studied for the test? Look at this affirmative sentence. She has arrived early. How can we make this a question? We change the order of the subject and the auxiliary. The question becomes, has she arrived early? Here is a summary chart with the word order of questions in the present perfect tense. We start with have or has, then we have the subject, and then the past participle. Let's look at some examples of present perfect questions. Have you taken your medicine today? Have we finished for the day? Has the game started? Has she read the report? Remember, read is the past participle of read. Yes, they have the same spelling, but the pronunciation is different. We can also give short answers to present perfect tense questions. Look at these questions. Have you done your homework? Has he told the truth? Has Mary called today? Obviously, you can reply with just yes or no, but in reality, we almost always give a short answer. Present perfect short answers use have or haven't in them. Let's look at the first question. Have you done your homework? Since the question is have you, the short answers would be yes I have or no I haven't. Have you done your homework? Yes I have or no I haven't. What would the short answers be for the next two questions? Has he told the truth? Yes, he has. Or no, he hasn't. Has Mary called today? Yes, she has. Or no, she hasn't. Present perfect tense with question words. We can also use question words, what, where, why, etc. at the beginning of the question. For example, what have you done? Where has he gone? Why have they stopped? How has she felt today? Now you know the structure of sentences and questions in the present perfect tense. In the next lesson.
Okay, right. So this class today is very mechanical. We're not worrying about when to use this verb tense. We'll look at that probably tomorrow. But right now we're looking at how to use the tense, how to create the tense. So we have the subject, we have the auxiliary have or has, and we have the past participle of the verb. So I have done, she has gone, they have been, and so on. The negative, very easy. We just insert the word not. I have not gone, they have not done, she has not been. And if it's a question, we just change the order of the subject and the auxiliary. So has she gone? Have they been? Have you visited? Very, very simple and very, very mechanical. Let's take a look at some practice opportunities. That's the video we just looked at. Okay, let's just take a look at a few basic questions here. So we're using the present perfect. We have a verb, we have a space. What's the answer for the first one here? He
has
He
played.
has played.
has played, exactly. He has is the correct conjugation for the auxiliary, and play is a regular verb, so the past participle is with ed. He has played. What about the next one? The children
The children have finished.
have finished, exactly. Children is plural, so we say children have, and finish again is a regular verb, so the past participle is with ed. Ooh, look at the cake. My mom
Has made.
has made, right? The verb make is an irregular verb, so it doesn't use ed. The verb is make, made, made. The third person, the third form, the past participle is made. Okay, what about the football team? The football team
Have won.
Have won.
have or has?
Have.
The football is plural, football team is plural.
Yes.
So would you say the football team is or the football team are?
Yes.
If it is, then it's singular. It's one team. So the football team has. The football team has won. Okay, what about these books over here? The author has write, wrote. What's the past?
Broken.
Written. Written. Write, wrote, written.
What?
¿Qué pasó ahí? Has written. The author has written. Okay, let's move down here. Let's take a look at the little dog. We
have
lost the dog. Again, another irregular verb there. The next one about the teacher.
Have you given your exam to the teacher?
Right, this one is a question, so we need to change the order. Have you given? Have you given your exam to the teacher? Okay, what about the Marvel film? Again, it's a question.
Have you seen the new Marvel film?
Have you seen? Exactly. Have you seen the new Marvel film? Okay, what about this little house here?
They have lived.
They have lived, right? Lived is a regular verb, so it's live, lived, lived. Ooh, London, my city.
She has flying.
Fly.
She has flown.
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 Right. Fly, flew, flown. That's an irregular verb. She has flown to London 3 times this month. Lucky woman. Okay, the next one. I
Has bought.
have bought. Right. Buy, bought, bought. Irregular. The dog
Has broken.
has broken. Right. Break, broke, broken. Break, broke, broken. The dog has broken its leg. Poor thing. Okay. She
Has forgotten.
She has forgotten. She has forgotten. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Okay, what about this one with the company? It's a question.
Have
You
you worked?
work.
Have you worked? Have you worked? Right. Work is a regular verb, so that's nice and easy. Okay. What about this one here with all the rain? It's negative. It
Hasn't stopped.
Hasn't stopped, right? Hasn't stopped. Stopped, of course, with a double P. It hasn't stopped raining all day. The next one, again, negative.
We haven't seen.
We haven't seen her today. We haven't seen her today. Okay, let's continue. Part 2. Okay, I have had, right, have had. That looks a little unusual, maybe. It looks like it's redundant for you, but it is correct. Have had. He tenido. Have had. Okay, again, we're back in London here. I
Have visited.
have
Have
visited London 4 times. And the last one, my brother, negative, my brother.
My brother
Hasn't
has
drove.
Drove,
Drove.
driven. Driven, exactly. My brother hasn't driven a car before. Drive, drove, driven. Okay, right. When we use the present perfect, we're often talking about time. We might be mentioning when an action started in the past, or we might be talking about how long an action took to actually do. So we use 2 words for this. We use the words for and the words since. So we're going to watch another video to tell us the difference between for and since, which are particularly important in this verb tense. Again, pay attention to the video, and if you have any questions, ask me at the end.
Look at these 2 sentences. I have been living in Spain for 6 years. I have been living in Spain since 2012. Why did we use for in the first sentence and since in the second sentence? First, let's look at this timeline. Now we're in 2018. I first arrived in Spain in 2012. 2012 is the starting point. We use since with the starting point of when something happens, and that continues until now. I continue to live in Spain now, so we say, I have been living in Spain since 2012. Since gives the starting point of actions or events and refers to when things begin. Since plus a point in time in the past. Since plus a starting point. Now, what is the period of time between 2012 and 2018? It is a period of 6 years. The duration of time I have been in Spain is 6 years. So I can say, I have been living in Spain for 6 years. We use for with a duration of time. So let's look at the 2 sentences again. I have been living in Spain for 6 years. For is used because we are giving the duration of time. I have been living in Spain since 2012. Since is used because we're giving a starting point of time in the past. For is used with a period of time. This is often a number plus a time word. For is used when we measure the duration of something or how long it lasts. It has a start point and an end point and can be used in different tenses. Here are some example sentences. I studied English in Ireland for 2 years. This talks about a duration of 2 years and is in the past tense. I will be there for around 2 months. This is the future tense. We have been married for 16 years. This is in the present perfect tense. Since is used with a starting point or a time or date. It refers to something that started in the past and continues until now. Since is mostly used with the present perfect and perfect progressive tense. Here are some example sentences. He hasn't eaten since 7 o'clock. His period of not eating started at 7 and continues until right now. I have been working here since June. We have been married since 2002. We got married in 2002 and we continue to be married now, 16 years later. Examples using for 10 minutes, for 8 hours, for 5 days, for 6 months, for 3 years, for 2 centuries. Notice how everything after for refers to a duration of time. Often there is a number plus a time like minutes, hours, or days. However, the time period does not need to be exact. For example, I have been a teacher for years. I don't specify the exact number of years, though it refers to a duration of years. We could also say for a long time, which is less specific, or more informally, for ages. Another inexact duration is for a while, which normally means for a short period of time, not a long period. Now let's look at some examples using since. Since 8 o'clock. Since Monday, since February, since 1982, since I left school, since the end of last century. Notice how everything after since refers to a starting point. Complete the following sentences with for or since. Click pause to give yourself more time to complete these sentences. We will now begin. I think he is sick. He hasn't come to school for 3 days. I haven't seen him since his birthday. It hasn't rained since the beginning of June. I have been waiting here for 2 hours. I have been waiting here since 8 o'clock. The baby has been sleeping for a couple of hours. They went on vacation for 3 weeks. I haven't been to the gym since Monday. Let's practice. Answer the following questions using for or since. How long have you been studying English? How long have you lived at your current address? How long has your president or prime minister been in power? How long have you been in the room you're in right now? Write your answers in the comment section.
Okay, good. So we've watched the video, which basically gives very simple differences. What is the difference between for and since? When do we use for?
Is a period of time.
Right, the total
For a-
period of time. For a year, for 20 minutes, for 6 weeks, for all my life, any total period of time. When do we use since?
Pick
A
of
day.
the start.
Starting point.
Right, the point when an action started. The point when an action started. So we say for 10 years, but we could say since 10 years ago. We could say for 3 weeks. We could say since since January the 10th. Since January the 10th. So for plus the total time of an action, since plus the start time of an action. That's really very simple.
I hope you found this video.
Let's take a look at some exercises. Okay, so again, we're practicing the present perfect, and we're now understanding the difference between for and since. Let's do some very simple exercises. Okay, which answer is correct here? First, second, or third?
Being.
Right, I've been, right.
Eh.
That is the present
When.
participle, the past participle. I've been to South Africa. He ido. Okay, she's never
Eating.
eaten, right? The verb
Eaten.
is eat, ate, eaten, right? So eat is the present, ate is the past, eaten is the past participle. What's the answer?
Has.
Have.
Right, of course, the
Has.
auxiliary he has. Number 6.
Falling.
Have you ever fallen off your bike? Right, fall, fell, fallen. Okay. Next answer.
I've.
Me.
Me.
Right, I've, right, this is the contraction. Obviously, he's, she's, it's, I'm, but we've, you've, they've, I've. Okay.
Seen.
Seen, of course, right. See is the present, saw is the past, seen is the past participle. Almost finished.
Haven't.
Haven't, right. They
Haven't.
haven't, of
Haven't.
course. This is the last one.
Visited.
Visited, right. It's a regular verb, so that's nice and easy. Okay, all of our answers there are correct. Okay, let's focus now on for and since. Okay, take a moment. Don't give me the answers yet, but look at all of these options on the left. Would we use them with for, or would we use them with since? Take a moment, think, and we'll check in a few seconds. Okay, let's take a look. Let's go one by one. So, 5 years. Where are we going to put this?
4.
Right, 5 years is the total amount of time, so we say 4 5 years. 2010, 2010.
Since.
Since.
Right, that's when the action started, since 2010. A long time.
4.
For.
Right, that's the total amount of time. Last spring.
Since.
Since.
Since, good. 10 seconds.
For.
4.
Good. A couple of days.
For.
For.
For. A little while.
4.
For. 20 minutes.
For.
For. July.
Time.
Since.
Since, right, since July. A century.
For.
No, 4.
Four, right, a century is 100 years. This morning.
Since.
Since. 6 hours.
For.
For. 3 months.
For.
For. Last weekend.
Since.
Since.
Since. Ages.
For.
For.
4 ages. Ages means a long time. Christmas.
4.
Since.
For Christmas.
When we're talking about
Since.
time, it's
Since.
since Christmas. For time, since Christmas. Lunchtime.
For.
Since lunchtime, right? Since lunchtime. Whoops. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. Okay. The summer.
For.
Which one is
For.
it?
For the summer. Since.
Since the summer. When we're talking about time, it's when the action happened. It's not the total time. A few years, a few hours. For. And the beginning. Since the beginning. Wonderful. Okay. Again, let's continue with for or since. Okay, we have 50 questions. We have a lot to do here. For 11 years.
Since.
Are you sure?
For.
Is this when the action started? Or is it the total time? What's it going to be?
For.
Correct. 4. Number 3.
Since.
Since. Good.
For.
4. Exactly. 4. Okay. Next.
Since.
Since last Christmas. Good.
For.
For.
For 3 hours.
Since.
Since I was a
Since.
child.
Since.
Since they got married.
For.
For a week. Good.
For.
For 45 minutes.
Since.
Since.
Since the
Sin,
21st of
sin.
March. Good. Since. Okay. Next,
Born.
for 8 months.
For 8 months.
Born.
For 1 day.
Since.
Since yesterday.
Since.
Since our last meeting.
Since.
Since we left school.
For.
For.
For the
For.
whole summer break.
For.
For.
Since. Since.
No se dice since. Since.
Time.
Okay. For or since?
For.
Letter B.
For over 1,000 years.
Since.
Since.
Since
Since.
1990.
For.
For.
For
For.
the entire century.
Since.
Since the last exam.
Since.
Since.
Since I was 7.
For.
For a few minutes.
Since.
Since.
Since World War
Since.
II.
Since.
Since 1865.
Since.
Oh. Since.
Since.
Since my last birthday.
For.
Since.
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 Born.
For.
Ooh, it's divided. It's divided. Which one's it gonna be? So remember, for is the total time. Since is when the action started.
For.
For the last 2 years.
For the last 2 years, exactly.
Since.
For.
For.
For the entire month of November, right?
For.
4 months.
For.
For the past 10 days.
Since.
Since 2014.
Since.
Since I graduated.
Since.
Since he
Since.
got divorced.
For.
For a couple of weeks.
Since.
Since.
Since January 1989.
Since.
Since my brother was 5.
For.
For 2 seconds.
For.
For a half an hour.
Since.
Since 8 o'clock.
Since.
Since the 6th of December.
Since.
For.
For the whole day.
Since.
Since I wrote this letter. Since we met.
Since.
Since they won.
For.
For.
For
For.
7 years.
Since.
Since you went to school. Almost finished. For the whole lunch break.
For.
Since.
Since yesterday evening. For 10 years. Okay, the last one.
Since.
Since the
Since.
4th of July. Excellent. Okay, right. Let's look at some more serious exercises now. Lots of work to do. So, I've had this car
For.
4 years. We've known each other
Since.
since we were in school. I haven't eaten anything
Since.
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 since this morning. She hasn't slept
For.
for 2 days. I have wanted to be a writer
Since.
since I was a child. We've been together
For.
for over 10 years. Number 7, I haven't seen John
Since.
since last
Since.
July. It hasn't rained
For.
for a long time. Number 9,
For.
she's worked in this bank
Since.
For.
for 25 years, and she's worked in the bank
Since.
since it first opened. Wonderful, everything is correct. Okay, part 2. Number 1, A, B, or C?
Have you ever been?
Okay. Number 2,
Yet.
Use.
Yes.
Yet.
right. These are 3 words that we often use in the present perfect. Yet is normally at the end of a sentence, and it means aún, ya. Just is often before the verb. So have you just had lunch? That when we want to say something is very, very recent, or already, again, before the verb, which means is something now in the past. So in this case, have you had lunch yet? Because it's at the end. Number 3.
Haven't found.
Haven't found, right? Find it does not exist, and find, of course, is not the past participle. Number 4.
Beef.
Letter B, right? I've known. Number 6.
Have lost.
Have lost. Okay. Number 6.
Just has left.
Sí.
Has left.
Has left. Yo.
What did I say about the word just? Where do we put it?
Hacer.
It goes just before the verb, right? The verb is left. So it should be has just left. Has just left. The word just goes directly before the verb. Number 7.
For a week.
For a week.
I've been here for a week, or since a week ago. I've been here for a week. I've been here since a week ago. They're actually both correct. They're
A.
both correct. A or C, they are both correct. For a week
C.
is not B. It's definitely not B. But A or C, A or C. I don't
A.
know.
C.
They're both correct. A and C. They're both correct. I don't know. Number 8.
We've never eaten.
We've
Never have.
We have never eaten. Again, look at the position of the frequency adverb before the verb. We have never eaten. Number 9.
Where.
Since we were children.
Were.
And finally, number 10.
Has it stopped?
Stop it.
Has it stopped? Okay, remember we have one where there were 2 possible answers. So this one here, number 7, A and C are both correct. So we might have the wrong answer there. I don't know if they'll accept that. Let's check the answers. Ooh, it says that 2 are wrong. Have ever you been? Ooh, yes, we got number 1 wrong. You're right. We did get we didn't read carefully. Okay, and the other one must be number 7. Yeah, okay. Again, in this one, both A and C are correct.
I was correct, teacher. I chosen letter A.
In number 7, both are correct. Ambos son correctos. Es un error de la página web.
Okay.
Ambos son correctos. Okay. Part 3. Okay, in part 3, okay, you have to write the answers. So, write the sentences. Again, take some time. Write these all out in the present perfect tense. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes. Okay, should be almost finished. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. So let's go back to number 1. Let's see, Nicole, can you give us the answer to number 1, please?
He has lost his case.
He has lost his keys. He has lost his keys. Number 2, Oliver, please. Oliver, are you there? Maybe Oliver's feeling a bit sick. We can see the ceiling, but we can't see Oliver. Okay, well, let's come back to Oliver a little bit later. Jessica, what's the answer to number 2?
I haven't had coffee this morning.
I haven't had coffee this morning. I haven't had coffee this morning. Okay, thank you very much. Valeria, number 3.
She never has. She has never
Good.
lied to us.
She has never lied to us. She has never lied to us. Number 4. Number 4, let's see, Santiago. Number 4 is a question.
Number 4, no?
Yes, please.
Have you read that newspaper yet?
Have you read that newspaper yet? Have you read that newspaper yet? Thank you very much. Leonardo. Number 5. Leonardo, your microphone is off.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
We have been to England many times.
We have been to England many times. Perfect. Number 6, Cielo.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? Very good. Number 7, Elizabeth.
David has won the competitions.
David has won the competition. David has won the competition. Ginny, number 8.
Has broken his leg.
My son has broken his leg. Hopefully that's not true. Okay. My son has broken his leg. Number 9, Jairo.
I have never seen her before.
Good. I have never seen her
Here
before.
before.
Very good. Thank you very much. And number 10, Dariek, please.
They have written a book.
They have written a book. They have written a book. Let's check our answers. Perfect. Everything's correct. Okay, let's do this one together nice and quickly. Maria Llagos, number 1. Maria Llagos, number 1.
I haven't.
Maria Llagos, number 1. Maria Llagos, are you there?
I have
Okay.
a hang up break
Okay, I have.
hang
Remember, this is negative. Remember, we have the yep. Haven't had. Right. I haven't had or I have not had. Good. Thank you very much, Maria. Number 2, Andrea.
I have never been to the Himalayas, but I like to go.
Right. I have never, whoops,
Never
been to the Himalayas.
Himalayas.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Number 3, Jocelyn.
We have no.
We have known the truth since the beginning. Number 4. Thank you, Jocelyn. Carlos, number 4.
They have both.
Have bought. Wonderful. Number 5, Nicole.
They have gotten.
And the word just.
Gotten.
And the word just.
Just gotten.
They have just gotten. Right. With the verb get, we can write they have just got or they have just gotten. Both are correct. They have just got or they have just gotten married. Number 6, Oliver, please.
What have you does?
Ooh, what have you?
Doing, perdón.
Ooh.
No.
Do,
What have-
did.
I don't know. I have.
Done.
Done.
Done. Right. Almost. That's the past participle. Number 7, Jessica.
Have you ever worked?
Have you ever worked? Wonderful. Thank you. Valeria, number 8. Valeria.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Eh,
Number 8.
She has already found.
Has already found. Perfect. Thank you. Number 9, Santiago.
Excuse me, number 9, no?
Number 9, yes, please.
I have never seen her before.
Are you sure? ¿De dónde te salió never?
Oh, yeah. I think, I saw.
Ay, Santiago, ya se cansó el cerebro a esta hora de la noche. Ok, recuerden todos, les voy a decir en español porque yo sé que a esta hora ya el cerebro de todos, incluyéndome a mí, empieza a apagarse. Estamos trabajando con un tiempo que se llama el presente perfecto. Y el presente perfecto tiene dos componentes, siempre. Un verbo auxiliar, que tenemos dos opciones, have or has, siempre es uno de los dos, have or has, y el verbo principal en la tercera forma que se llama el pasado participio. El pasado participio, es decir, yo he hecho, I have done. Él ha encontrado, he has found. Ellos han terminado, they have finished. Okay, that's the verb tense that we're practicing right now. So, Santiago, number 9, try again.
I have seen. I think I have seen.
Have seen. Perfect. Thank you very much. Number 10, Leonardo. It's a question.
Have you ever met a celebrity?
Have you ever met a celebrity? Have you ever met? Let's check our answers. 10 out of 10. Now remember again, this particular website includes all of the explanation for this particular topic, which is really good. So I'm going to send you this one again in the chat. Okay, so if you want to take a look at the explanation, or if you want to repeat those exercises, it's in the chat here on Zoom. Okay, I have one more exercise to do here. One more exercise. Okay. So again, the same as we did before, I want you to write the sentences, please. Be careful. It could be positive, negative, or a question. Okay, so take a moment and write the answers. Okay, right. It's getting very late. We only have about 10 minutes. The exercise actually has more than 10 questions, but we'll just do the first 10. So, Nicole, what's the answer for number 1?
Positive.
It is positive. So, what's the answer?
You have kept a pet for 3 years.
You've kept a pet for 3 years. Wonderful. Thank you. Oliver, number 2, please. This is a question.
Okay, I organize or what?
What do you mean, or what? You should have finished the exercise. Come on, put this in the present perfect.
Okay. And you have it. No.
Ay, Oliver, esa enfermedad te está venciendo hoy día. O culpamos a la medicina, las drogas.
I don't know.
It's a question. It's a question. So what goes
No.
first?
You. Have you?
Have you, exactly.
Have
Okay, finish.
you? Have you eaten Thai
Have
food
you
before?
eaten Thai food before? Thank you, Oliver. Okay, Jessica, number 3. Again, this is a question.
Has it rained all day?
Perfect. Has it rained all day? Number 4. Number 4, Valeria.
Have who have
Who have?
who have we forgot to invite?
Who have we forgotten to invite? Perfect. Good. Santiago, number 5. This one is a negative.
A ver, number 5. Who have we forgotten to invite? No,
Eso
no,
te
no,
sale-
no, this is number 4, sorry.
Exactly.
Yes.
Number 5.
The number 5, we haven't heard that song before.
Perfect. We haven't heard that song before. Thank you. Leonardo, number 6.
He hasn't forgotten his books.
He hasn't forgotten his books. Very good. Cielo, number 7.
She has stolen all the chocolate.
She has stolen all the chocolate. What a terrible thing to do. Thank you. Elizabeth, number 8.
I have. Question.
It's a question, remember?
I have. Has. Had I explained?
There we go. Have
Explain.
have I explained it well? Okay, number 9, Ginny, please.
Who has met recently? Who has he
Who has he met recently?
met
Te
recently?
comiste la palabrita. Okay, and number 10, Dariek.
It's a question.
It's a question, exactly.
Who have we finished already?
How have we finished already? ¿Cómo es posible? Exactly. How have we finished already? Mire eso, el asistente de Andrea ya está exigiendo atención. Con eso creo que ya nos toca retirarnos por hoy. Does anybody have any questions before we finish? No, you all look very tired. Okay, we've done a lot of work today. Okay, good. tomorrow we're going to have a practical activity in class which will be evaluated. A practical evaluated activity in class tomorrow. So don't be late and don't be absent tomorrow. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a nice night. Take care.
Teacher,
Yes.
una pregunta.
Bye, mister.
Okay.
Eh,
Una pregunta.
sí, disculpe, lo que pasa es que después del break yo tuve problemas con la conexión y llegué un poquito tarde, como 2-3 minutos
Sí,
tarde.
sí, no pasa nada, no hay problema. Sí, yo sí
Ah,
estoy pendiente de eso.
muchas gracias, teacher.
No problem.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Take care.